women now out-earn men in South Africa? The data may surprise you. For the first time in modern South African history, women's average earnings have surpassed men's in multiple sectors. This is a seismic shift that challenges decades of economic assumptions. The question now is, how did we get here? Point 1. Education. Out of all the boys who start grade 1, only about 40% make it to matric. By contrast, girls fare significantly better. A noticeably higher proportion of them reach the final school year. In 2024, 49.2% of girls earned a bachelor pass, compared with 46% of boys. And in Gauteng, that gap widens to 52.7% versus 47.2%. It's not just survival, it's acceleration. Stellenbosch's Martha effect shows girls are nearly a year ahead in reading by grade 4, 40% of a year ahead in math by grade 5, and 20% less likely to drop out. The female-to-male tertiary enrollment ratio was around 1.41 in 2022. That's 41% more women entering universities than men. By 2023, among adults aged 25 to 64, 8.1% of women held degrees as their top qualification, compared to just 6.5% of men. And by 2022, tertiary attainment stood at 13.1% for women versus 12.3% for men. The pipeline isn't leaking boys, it's flooded with girls. Point 2. Shifting industry base. The second driver is the industries themselves. For decades, South African men were anchored in heavy industry: steel, mining, manufacturing, and automotive. But those pillars are collapsing. ArcelorMittal, once Africa's biggest steel producer, has been cutting back for years. Goodyear has shut down its Port Elizabeth plant. Ford has downsized operations, with ripple effects across suppliers. Mines too are closing down or mechanizing, replacing thousands of jobs once held by men. In contrast, the fastest growing sectors are female-dominated. Healthcare, teaching, retail, banking, and public services are expanding, and crucially, they offer job security. Point 3. Consumption power. Women in South Africa are making the biggest purchasing decisions: homes, vehicles, and even the terms of credit. Home ownership is female-led. Nearly 70% of homeowners are women, whether buying solo or jointly. Solo women buyers surged from 30% in 2014 to 39% in 2025. Younger women, especially under 40, are now driving the majority of home loan applications. Home loans reflect the trend. Women account for 70% of all home loan clients over the past decade. Vehicles? Same story. Women's share of asset finance clients climbed from 38.5% in 2015 to 43.9% in 2025, particularly strong among buyers aged 31 to 45. Their average purchase price rose too. Used cars from 172,600 Rand to 297,800 Rand. New cars from 252,000 Rand to 440,000 Rand. Credit access isn't lagging. Over 50% of credit granted in South Africa now goes to women. A full inversion from decades ago, and it's disciplined. Women carry unsecured credit balances that are 8.45% lower than men's, and maintain stronger credit scores. All of this paints a clear picture. Women aren't just earning more, they're spending and investing more strategically. Control over assets and credit is the powerful complement to why South African women now outperform men, not just in income, but in economic influence. Point 4. Policy and affirmative action. South Africa's affirmative action, AA, and Black Economic Empowerment, BEE, policies have significantly influenced gender dynamics in the workplace. These policies, initially designed to address historical inequalities, have provided women with institutional advantages in hiring and promotions. The Employment Equity Act mandates that designated employers implement affirmative action measures to promote equal opportunity and fair treatment in employment. This includes setting targets for the employment of women in various occupational levels. As a result, women have seen increased representation in sectors traditionally dominated by men, such as mining and engineering. In the public sector, gender quotas have been implemented to ensure women's participation in decision-making processes. These quotas have led to a significant increase in the number of women in leadership positions within government institutions. Furthermore, BEE policies have incentivized private companies to enhance gender diversity. As we've seen throughout this video, the story of women out-earning men in South Africa isn't just about luck or individual effort. It's the result of a perfect storm of factors working together. From early education to higher education, women have systematically outpaced men. The education pipeline shows us that girls not only complete school at higher rates, but also dominate top academic tiers, positioning them for greater opportunities in university and beyond. Then we looked at the economy itself and the industries where women are thriving. Male-heavy sectors have been shrinking. Mining, steel, and traditional manufacturing have all faced closures and contractions, leaving fewer high-paying roles for men. Meanwhile, women dominate in expanding sectors such as healthcare, banking, retail, and teaching, which not only provide higher employment but also come with stability and career growth. On top of that, women are taking control of consumption and economic influence. They drive home ownership, vehicle purchases, and hold significant sway over household and personal finances. With nearly 70% of home loans, over 50% of credit access, and rising vehicle ownership, women are not just earning more, they're making decisions that shape the economy itself. And finally, the structural, policy-driven advantages cannot be overlooked. Affirmative action, BEE, and gender quotas have shifted the rules of the game, giving women institutional support to enter leadership roles, secure promotions, and participate in decision-making positions that were historically dominated by men. These policies ensure that women aren't just catching up, they are systemically positioned to excel. When you combine education, industry trends, consumption power, and policy frameworks, it's clear that South African women are not just outperforming men in isolated areas, they are leading in the economy at multiple levels. This is a transformation that is measurable, undeniable, and ongoing. As we close this discussion, remember that understanding these shifts isn't just about observing trends, it's about learning how to adapt, anticipate, and make informed decisions. The landscape of income, employment, and influence is changing, and those who grasp these dynamics can navigate the economy with foresight and advantage. At Economic Indicators, we do not wait for the economy to change. We outsmart it.